Jamaica continues to outperform the target set under the Extended Fund Facility EFF with the International Monetary Fund IMF. That's according to co-chairman of the Economic Program Oversight Committee EPOC, Richard Biles. He gave a breakdown recently.
At March, our NIR stood at 2.4 billion, which is very comfortably ahead of the 1.5 billion that the IMF target is at March. So easy pass for the country on the NIR for March. The primary balance, we have data for February that stands at 80.1 billion, and the adjusted target is about 79.3 billion. Remember, we're not doing 7.5% again, we're doing 7.25%. So the adjusted target is 79.3, and the country did 80.1. So that puts us in a good position, I think, to assault the final hurdle, which is March, when we have to get up to 120.7 billion.
Mr. Ball says the use of grants underperformed this financial year. Jamaica has passed 10 IMF tests. A team from the IMF is expected in the island next month to conduct the 11th and 12th reviews.
Revenues and grants were about 1.5 billion behind the target of government. And that was comprised of the tax revenues performing quite well. They were 1.5 billion ahead of target. Non-tax revenues 2.9 billion ahead. But what dragged it down back was grants, which was 3.2 billion, and bauxite levy, which is 2.4 billion. Sounds familiar? Well, it should, because this has been a case for pretty much all of this year, and even for last year also. Grants in particular lagged the budget.
Meanwhile, Mr. Ball says that there was mixed performances with taxes.
Tax on interest, which was up 1.7 billion over target. Company tax, which was up 1.9 billion, and SCT up 1.5 billion. So those taxes are performing beyond the budget. The underperformers are the tax on dividends, 0.9 billion, not a lot, and the telephone tax, 1.4 billion. Seems that you people are not talking enough, you're just texting. You need to talk so that the tax can meet its target.